What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Machiavelli, and today we got Jimmy Eye Roller. We need to have a conversation about Wemby. And we really do, y'all. This is, bro. If Wemby stays healthy, he will be the GOAT, bro. And it's not even, people see it early, bro. Like, y'all know I'm an avid LeBron fan. There's a bunch of avid Michael Jordan fans in the world. Even Michael Jordan fans are saying, well, they're kind of a little bit dumb still. So they're taking a little bit longer to get with the rest of the program, the rest of the world that is seeing what is happening right in front of us. But even LeBron fans know, bro, Wemby is going to be the GOAT as long as he don't get injured. But bro, he played a back-to-back, had 30. He hasn't missed a game all year. Spurs are undefeated. De'Aaron Fox isn't on the team and they're undefeated. And, bro, how teams guard the Spurs, bro, they literally just sag off of Steven Castle and they let Castle shoot. When De'Aaron Fox comes back, that floor is going to open so much. And, oh, my goodness. Spurs are going to be the best defensive team in the league this year. And offensively, they have a glitch. You throw that bitch to Wemby in the paint, ain't nobody can stop him. But hey, let's get into it.
You know, I've watched a lot of basketball, seen a lot of players come and go. I've seen players take over the game, change the game, climb the mountain of NBA greats. I've seen a lot.
And bro, this is the main reason why the people with IQ know Wemby's gonna be the GOAT, because we've never seen no nigga like this before. Never.
I have never in my life seen anything like Victor Wembanyama. And after what we've witnessed over the past week, many NBA fans, including myself, are left with a question that we didn't think we'd be asking, and certainly not this early. Is Victor Wembanyama the best basketball talent we have ever seen?
Yes. Yes. Crazy thing about Wemby, bro, even if he doesn't turn out to be the GOAT, he has the lowest floor. The lowest floor of an NBA player of all time. He's always going to be a floor spacer. He's always going to be the best defensive player. Like,
of our basketball imagination.
And he's always going to be 7'7", bro.
Kings. 300 planned opinion on the draft and receipt pack person on the planet. What you're about to see is a play that only one person on the planet can make.
Clowney trying to go right back.
Give me that. Give me that.
Martin misses the three. Champagny secures it.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. Got 2 blocks and busted him with a 30-footer.
Wet ball. Wemby gets back-to-back blocks at the rim, then takes the ball coast to coast and puts in a 30-footer.
Bro, watching these Spurs games live, bro, there needs to be like a new stat. It needs to be like, bro, there's so many times when niggas drive to the paint and they have a wide open lane, but they see Wemby and they pass that bitch out because they know they shit gonna get beat. That needs to be a stat. I'm sure Wemby has at least 20 to 25 of those a game. We call that the oh shit stat. Oh shit, Wemby's around. How many oh shits does Wemby have? That'd be a fire stat.
If you didn't see this with your own eyes, you'd think it was a work of fiction. It isn't fair, really, for a player of Wemby's size to be able to do this. But these are not highlights. This is just what his game looks like. Like this play here, where Wemby puts on a spin move from outside the elbow and not only dunks it, he almost spun his way past the rim. Or this play here, where he has 1 foot outside of the paint on this drive. The ball already passed him at this point, and yet he somehow pins it against the glass on the opposite side. Wemby went from here to here in less than a second. Or how about this play here, where Herb Jones draws Wemby away from the rim and gets him to bite on the fake. Victor is out of position. His back is to the ball. He's trying to guard 2 guys at the same time.
He
Take a wild
spins
guess
and blocks
at
him with
how
the
this
left.
play ends.
Yep.
Yeah, he blocked it.
I told you I'll be watching these Spurs games.
Altering plays Wemby has made in
360.
just his first week of this NBA season. There was one play in particular that had fans around the world questioning everything they knew about basketball.
Give me that. Oh, yep, I remember this. The tween, step back, behind the back, cross, tween, behind the back, in your mouth, foul, and one, start cooking
To
him
answer
up,
the commentator's
stirring him in the
question,
pot.
There is nothing
He's
you
stealing
can do.
James Harden
I
shit.
just watched a 7'6" demigod make a 7-footer look like a child, then take him down the court to hit him with a tween crossover behind the back, step back three for an and one. And in an instant, it felt like everything I knew about the game of basketball was wrong. We knew the concept of Victor Wembanyama. We saw the frame and the competitiveness, and we saw flashes of what he was capable of. And through his first 2 seasons, it felt like we saw where his game was heading. But what we witnessed in just his first 4 games of this season has blown the top off of all of that. Coming into the season, Victor was ranked as the 5th best player in
That's dumb rankings. When I did my rankings, I ranked Victor number 1.
the league, according to most
ESPN
sources.
don't know what
And
they talking
this,
about.
To many fans, felt like a gross overestimation, especially since he was sidelined for the second half. To many fans, felt like a gross overestimation.
Really? Many fans felt like this was overestimation? Really?
Especially since he was sidelined for the second half of last season. Sure, we knew he was probably going to take a leap this season, but nobody was expecting this. Through
I
4
was.
games, Victor is
Not
averaging
this good,
31 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks a game on nearly 60-40-80 splits. 31, 14, and 5 while playing only 32 minutes a night. Stats that jump off the box score as an early MVP favorite. But what has really warped my brain over the last
Bro,
week,
and it's so crazy because a lot of people will actually sit here and think that Giannis is better than Wemby. And no disrespect to Giannis, he's going crazy. There's nobody on the Bucks, and he's dropping astronomical numbers. But there's nobody that knows basketball that'll look you in your eyes and say that Giannis is better than Wemby. Go watch a Giannis game and watch a Wemby game, and it's completely different, bro. You would much rather have Wemby on your team than Giannis, bro. Giannis plays like he just plays that grunt basketball, that 90s ball. You know what I'm saying? That just go through you, not around you, not over you. I'm going through you. But Wemby is graceful. You know what I'm saying? Man, Wemby don't even shoot. He really don't even shoot threes no more. All his buckets is free throws, faders, dunks, lays, and ones. He really don't even shoot no more.
is just how
But
much
he
his
can.
stats, as incredible as they are underselling just how monumental Wemby has been. On defense, he is a black hole. Anything that comes near him is either sent away or redirected. His 5 blocks a night aren't even capturing how offenses are legitimately avoiding him and anything around the rim when
Look at
he's
that.
down there. In their game against the Raptors,
That's a oh shit.
I counted
Look at
10
this.
different instances
That's a oh
where
shit
player
shot.
passed up on
Look
their
at this.
drive, picked up their dribble, or just avoided what should have been an easy look just because
Look
of
at this.
Wemby's
That's
presence
a
alone.
oh shit. Wemby's
10
here.
times. Look at this last one here. RJ Barrett blows past Devin Vassell, sees Wemby,
Look,
and
that's
just,
a oh shit. Wemby's there.
Here, you take it.
See, that's got to be a stat, bro.
I promise you, RJ was not planning on rifling a chest pass to his teammate standing 3 feet away from him after beating his man off the dribble. He just saw Wemby and panicked. How exactly do you measure this panic factor? Because this doesn't really show up in the box score. But you know what does? According to the NBA's head-to-head matchup tool, so far this season, Wemby has guarded 40 different players. That's about 10 different players each game. He's seen every look you can get. And in total, these 40 players shot 64 times throughout 4 games. Out of these 64 shots, they made 19 of them. Wemby's matchups this season have a field goal percentage of 29.7%. Nearly 21% worse.
So y'all, when y'all see these numbers, bro, and then listen to what I'm about to tell y'all, listen very carefully. Look at these numbers. Joel Embiid gave this nigga 71. And people look at me like I'm crazy when I said when I was back in the day saying that Embiid is better than Jokic. Niggas was looking at me crazy. Embiid gave this defensive demigod 71 fucking points, and he wasn't 100% healthy.
When he's not guarding them, the kid is single-handedly breaking offenses. And speaking of offense, whatever he worked on with Hakeem in the offseason, it's working. The league should have terminated those workouts the moment those photos surfaced, because now it's too late and we're all in trouble. Abandoning his three-point heavy shot selection from last season, Wemby is now working from virtually every spot on the court. He's facing up from the elbow, he's getting his back to the basket and just going over whoever's attempting to guard him. He's added this footwork to his game that is almost startling to watch, not just because of how rare this skill is in today's league, but also because no human being of his size should be able to move like that. And he's got this mid-range bag now that has really opened up his game. How exactly do you stop a player who's a good enough shooter that you have to respect his jumper and crowd him, but can also get to the rim in about one step from anywhere on the court? How do you stop this? How do you stop this? Oh, I know. You can't. Wemby is one hezzy pull-up away from being a KD Hakeem hybrid. And as twisted as it sounds, that still feels like I'm selling his game short.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, when the Spurs come to Milwaukee, bro, I'm gonna have to get a ticket, gang. I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna have to spend a bag on a ticket too. I wanna get close to the court. I wanna really see this nigga in action. Pause.
He has been playing so out of his mind this past week, it genuinely felt like there was a mass awakening among NBA fans around the world. A fracture in basketball's timeline. Am I watching the most talented player to ever touch a basketball? Not in terms of greatness or accomplishments or
look at that 360 leg. He really could have dunked that bitch too, but he wanted to spare Scotty.
Ability and potential. For a brief moment, the thought did cross my mind, but I knew that was a terrible overreaction to a great opening game and opening week. But then I saw the reactions from other fans, and the more I saw, the more I realized I wasn't alone. This reaction was almost universal.
Looked at Anthony Davis.
Bro, the first game Wemby was playing against the Mavericks, bro, during the game, I was calling my friends. I was like, bro, you gotta watch this shit. This nigga Wemby's doing some shit we've never seen before. I called like 3 of my friends, and I was like, bro, turn on the fucking game right now. You have to watch this shit. You have to. He's literally doing AD so filthily, disrespectfully, nasty. You have to you have to watch this. You have to.
Listen, and treated him like an 8th grader.
He abused them. With all due respect to AD, he abused them.
Hey, this is what he was doing to AD. Straight clapping his shit.
I've never thought this way about like Jokic and SGA, even LeBron, who I think is the greatest of all time. This kid is different. I hope to God he stays healthy because he has a chance to be the greatest player of all time.
I agree.
You see? You see what I said? That's a LeBron fan right there. You see he has IQ? Now, let me see Stephen A. say that Wemby has a chance to be the GOAT. Let me see Skip Bayless say Wemby has a chance to be the GOAT. These niggas will never say because they suck the fuck out of Michael Jordan's dick. They have Michael Jordan's balls on their chin, deep throating his shit.
Truly, truly a talent we've probably never seen before. We never will again.
But what he did in that game, my eyes are seeing something that I don't think I've seen before. That 100%. I can't compare him to anybody. For all of the years we've been watching basketball, I can't compare him to anybody.
They should call him CGI because it just doesn't seem real sometimes when you're watching.
We've never seen Wemby. We've never seen no shit like Wemby.
Like, I'm watching him and I'm like, I'm not really sure how you defend it. You don't really defend this.
It broke my basketball brain.
It's hard to imagine that a 21-year-old in a league stacked with the most talent it's ever had might be the best player in the world. But then you watch him play, and the idea of him being the best is easier to imagine than his actual game itself. The best way I can describe Victor Wembanyama's game is that it feels like he's a cheat code, like he's got real life hacks and he's just shamelessly spamming them at his convenience. I know he's not cheating, but he's so unfair that it feels like he is. And personally, in all my years of watching the NBA, there's only been one other player that genuinely felt like he was hacking the game. As great as he was, LeBron, even at his peak, felt like he was still human. There were moments in the late 2000s where his size and speed were almost cheat code territory, but it never felt unfair. Some consider prime Kevin Durant a cheat code. 7-footer with a tight handle shooting 50, 40, 90. Absurd. Unicorn.
Bro, what's good with the Rockets, bro? Why the Rockets look so terrible?
But for me, not quite cheat code territory. Same goes for Jokic. A combination of brute strength, skill, and omnipresence that approaches the threshold, but doesn't quite cross it. The only player that I've seen with my own 2 eyes that actually felt like he was bending and breaking the game I love was 2016 Steph Curry. I remember what it felt like. I remember thinking he couldn't keep it up, that he would regress back to the mean. I vividly recall watching him and thinking there is no way someone is actually this good at shooting the ball. I remember thinking to myself, I have never seen another player like this. A human cheat code. Although I didn't watch it while it was happening, prime Shaquille O'Neal is the other.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. I was not thinking Curry. Like, what, bro? I was thinking Shaq. Bro, Shaq, a player as dominant. How can I think, bro? Nigga, a player as dominant as Wemby is right now, it'll probably be either Shaq or Wilt, bro. Not Curry. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Their 21st century.
And that's not even hate. That's
real.
real.
So big and strong and athletic that it didn't matter how simple and redundant his game was. What exactly are you
in 2016? Curry was non-existent defensively, bro. Even Shaq wasn't that good of a defender. He was a good defender, but he wasn't a great defender. Wemby is an astronomical defender. Even though Curry led the league in steals in 2016, he was non-existent on defense. Klay Thompson was guarding all the guards, while Curry was guarding the off guards, running basically.
Victor Wembanyama has now entered cheat code territory. It is simply unfair for a player to be this smooth, agile, huge, skilled, instinctive, and competitive. Where's the drawbacks? The weaknesses? I recently did a video about the advantage of size in basketball and how if a player was big enough, their size would grant them the ultimate advantage. Pair that with skill and mobility, and he would essentially break basketball. In theory, it sounds awesome, but it's just not possible. There's always going to be some limitation. They're either too big or too stiff or not skilled enough or injury prone. But after seeing what the Monks did to Wemby, I have had to readjust my brain to the fact that a player like this does in fact exist. An archetype so unrealistic, even video games won't let you conjure it up. He just makes everyone else and everything else look really normal. Like, these are all giants, all freak athletes for the most part, and he makes them look like you and me. He just looks so different out there that it's like he's actually preparing for another league above.
It's crazy how Wemby never rolls his ankles, and his shoes are that damn big, and he be like running around, dribbling around people. That is insane to me.
The NBA.
It's crazy how he hasn't stepped on nobody's shoe and like rolled his shit. Let's knock on wood. Let's hope that don't happen. But I mean,
that's a pit stop for him to polish his game along the way. But no, it's the best league on the planet, and he's an alien not from it. Someone said this must have been how basketball fans felt when they first saw Wilt Chamberlain in the late 50s. And that person is probably right. A once-in-a-lifetime physical specimen that just shatters the reality of what you thought was possible on a basketball court. It's not often that players both active and retired concede that they're witnessing something they've never seen before. And this almost never happens, where young fans, old fans, the media, everyone is anointing a player who has yet to turn all their talents into something worthy of hoisting above their head. But the reactions we're seeing to Wemby's game and his talent are not exaggerated. They're not premature. Victor Wembanyama is here, and he really is just that good.
Hey, W video, bro. W video, Wemby. He's a problem. Hey, bro, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you like, you know I'm out, bro.